Today we are going to deal with an essay, Shakespeare's Sister, an excerpt taken from A Room of One's Own, written by Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf is a modern writer who had experimented with narrative techniques like stream of consciousness, and here she is also known as a famous feminist writer. Now, coming to A Room of One's Own is an extended essay written by Virginia Woolf, which deals with the problems why women writers of 19th century or even the Elizabethan era, why they are not seen in the history, why they are not marked, why no writers are seen except only male writers. Now, the Shakespeare's Sister is only an excerpt, as mentioned earlier, a part taken from A Room of One's Own. Now, in this essay, we can see that Virginia Woolf deals with how women are portrayed in literature. First, she checks how women are portrayed, and she finds that no women, women characters are bold, they are very elegant, they are very strong. Then she explores why then women writers are not coming, and so she decided to check into the history. History is a lens kept towards an era, and we can see what happens there. Now, in the first part, as we said earlier, she checks what women in literature portrays. Women in literature means how women are portrayed in a book, or whatever it be, poetry, novel, or stories. We see that women are strong, passionate, and complex. Some are brave, others are cruel, but all are full of life and personality. Here we can see some examples which is world famous. Cleopatra, from Antony and Cleopatra, written by Shakespeare. We all know that she is a very clever and charismatic ruler, as represented in the novel, in the play. And Lady Macbeth, again an ambitious and ruthless lady who helps, motivates her husband Macbeth to kill the present king of that era and motivates him to become the king. Now, coming to the Duchess of Malfi in John Webster's play, we can see that she fights with her strong brothers to earn her love and to live the life which she dreamt. All these are examples of women represented in that era, which shows that, which is evident that they all were strong. But then why? Why women writers are not seen? And then Virginia Woolf decides to search in history. She mentions historian Professor Trevelyan, and she quotes Trevelyan's description of women, saying that women in that era were locked up, beaten, and thrown around. We know how deteriorating are these words. Women were locked up in the home. They were not allowed to go out for work or even for fulfilling their own needs. They were beaten, they were physically harassed by their husband or brother. They were always considered as property of their father or brother or son. And then they were thrown around. Anyone can physically abuse them. Then, at this stage, Virginia Woolf investigates what are the creative struggles that women face. And she found that in the 19th century, many writers, many famous writers who are renowned in the history itself, for example, like George Eliot, we know the name George Eliot, but to our astonishment, George Eliot was a lady. Her name was Mary Ann Evans, which is not familiar for all of us because she wrote in the male pseudonym George Eliot, only because she feared the society, feeling that she and her works won't be approved by the society. Now, next we can see that Virginia Woolf tells us the story of Judith Shakespeare. We know that Shakespeare don't have such a sister. This is an assumption by Virginia Woolf, Judith Shakespeare. Judith Shakespeare, as she says, if Shakespeare had such a sister, she would have been living with all the economic conditions of Shakespeare, because they are both from same parents. And now Virginia Woolf says that if Judith Shakespeare is living, if such a character ever lived, the condition of Judith Shakespeare would be that she won't be even sent to school, and she would run away to London because of the rejection that she faces, and she would be unable to pursue her talent, Virginia Woolf says, and at last she would die tragically. Now, Virginia Woolf analyzes what are the barriers for women creativity, and she found that women lack privacy, financial resources, and encouragement. As said earlier, they were beaten up, they were locked in the room, they didn't have a room for their own. The title of this extended essay, A Room of One's Own, is a dream of every woman in that era. And also she says that educated people like Oscar Browning, a British essayist and writer, says that the best woman was intellectually inferior to the worst man. This is a quote said by Oscar Browning. That was the concept of men towards women in that era. Now, concluding the essay, Virginia Woolf says that women are historically suppressed. She says this with evidence and concludes that if women were given same opportunities as men, they would also have achieved great success. Thank you.